おはようございます。新京和航空パイロットでございます。コールサインは1944。今日はマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会でございます。なんだっけ、オフィシャルコミュニティフラインフライデー。
Today is the official meeting of
毎週
Microsoft Flight
世
Simulator.
界時間の、18時からやってですね。日本時間だと土曜日の午前、3時になります。今回の飛行区域は、シティアップデートの14で、シーナリーが更新されたベルギー、オランダ、
Belgium and the Netherlands.
ついこの間飛びましたけど、この間は北の方、
I just flew there recently, but that time
北
it
から
was to the
南に
north.
飛んだんですけど、今回は南から北にフライトですね。
This time, the flight is from south to north.
今ベルギ
Currently
ー、
in
今日も
Belgium.
ゼロ戦で飛んでいきたいと思いますが、今日は
I'd like to fly there, but today,
いろんな飛行機がみんなコディアックに見える問題が発生しております。
a problem has arisen where all kinds of airplanes look like Korean planes.
他の飛行機につられて見えちゃう問題は
The platform is distracted by other airplanes, and you can't help but notice
ちょっ
them.
と前から顕著に見られる不具合現象でございますが、まあしゃあないので
This is a noticeable malfunction, but
そういうものだとしていきましょう。公式配信
let's
始
just
まりました
accept it
ね。
as it is.
Welcome. It is Friday. That means it is Fly Day. It is Community Fly-In Friday for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm your host today, the Community Manager for Microsoft Flight Sim CDL, joined by my wonderful colleague, Senior Community Manager Jane. Welcome back, Jane.
あ、今日はジェーンさん来てる。
No, Jensen is here today.
最近あまりいらっしゃってないですけど、この公式集会の好一点でございますな。
She's not here, but she's the only woman at this official gathering.
フライトシミュレーターのコミュニティマネージャーの一人でございます。
I'm one of the community managers for this simulator.
眠い。ちょっと先週末はいろいろ大変すぎて全然飛べなかったのでございます。しかも体もボロボロだったんでございますが、
It was all so difficult that I couldn't fly at all, and my body was completely worn out.
水美味しい。公式集会は
The
大変
official
楽しみ
meeting
にしてい
was.
るので頑張って起きてまいりました。
It was worth it.
I made an effort to get up.
It was definitely a super spreader event. Thousands of people, I think over 500
は
in attendance. We were all in close proximity to each other, and I think a lot of people.
見える飛行機がすごい減ったんですかね。ちょっと寂しいですね。
I see one of our mods, Drac, is also in the chat.
It seems like there are far fewer airplanes visible now. It's a little
最
sad.
近いろいろ大変すぎてなかなかマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーター
Weekend, and we will show you a lot of our real
It's so difficult, I can't seem to get the micro follow soft flight simulator working.
いろんな動向を追っかけてる暇がないんですけど PS5-1 が VR 対応になるんだかなったんだかという話でしたね。もうすぐなるのかな。
I don't have time to bet on all the different developments, but the point was whether it's happened or not. I wonder if it will happen soon.
City update was launched. Surprise! Right then and there. City update 14, Belgium and the Netherlands launched last Saturday. You do have to claim it from the marketplace, but it is free. So make sure you have picked that out on the marketplace and clicked install now.
Yeah.
That included many updated city scenery, photographs, some Belgian and Dutch cities,
Ha ha
many
ha.
of which we'll be visiting on our flight plan today, starting in Ostend, in Belgium,
はい、
then
エンジン
Antwerp,
回転
get
数
our
フ
flight
ル
plan, making our way to eastbound,
トリ
then we
ム
go
セ
to
ンタ
Eindhoven
ー
in
確
Netherlands,
認
then Peter's home city,
EMC
Rotterdam,
機
and there we have a touch and go at one of the
Engine
busiest
speed,
airports in
trim
all of
center,
Europe, Schiphol
check,
in Amsterdam.
EMC pole.
And then finally, our full stop landing will be at Lelystad, which was the host site of FS Weekend last week. So that's our flight plan today. Exclamation mark fly in the chat will give you all the information to join. Of course, as always, Community Flying Friday is an open event. All players, all platforms, all skill levels, everyone is welcome to join us today. Whether you're on PC, Xbox, Xbox Cloud Gaming, PlayStation 5, NVIDIA GeForce Now, does not matter. Everyone can fly along. And very soon, PlayStation 5 VR players
うん、もうちょっと、もうすぐ来るっつって
also
るな。
announced during your keynote.
あの
Telling you,
PC5
it'll be here very
と
soon.
VR がもうじき来ますって言ってますね。
Not quite ready for release yet, but coming very, very
It says
soon.
that the knight will listen to the letters.
Launch of Update 5. PlayStation 5 players will now be able to play in VR. So another very exciting announcement last week. Once again, exclamation mark fly in the chat if you want to join. We are on Southeast Asia server as always. As you can see from our flight plan, we have 201 nautical miles to go, with several touch-and-go landings on the way. So we're recommending a cruise speed of around 120-ish knots today. Peter, what are you flying?
I can fly.
今日はね、お腹途中で眠くて寝ちゃうかもしれないですね。
Comment from Surly Dev says, "Hey Jay, nice
I
to
might
see you
fall
at Flight
asleep.
Sim Weekend last week, and Peter too. Shame CDL wasn't there.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't understand
Great
that
to see you,
comment.
Peace Early.
I
さあ
thought
お
Surly
彼
Dev
岸も
we
過ぎ
met
て
with each other. In fact,
Well,
Surly
the
Dev,
equinox has
北半
passed.
期はこれからどんどん、飛べる時間が増えていきますね。
Whoa.
and you were quite
The amount of time you can fly will increase.
you scored
この01052型の、52型のパイロットハンドブック作ってる途中なんですけど、大盛り一通りかけたかなと思った瞬間、いろいろ調べているうちにですね、
Yeah.
栄に丸型、21型の、
it is actually impressive that
Well,
So,
I'm in the middle of making this typo 1052 type 52 pilot handbook.
中島
And
飛行
just
機
when
が
I thought
発
I
行
finished
した
writing it all,
取
I
扱
started
説明書が
researching
手に
various
入って
things.
ですね、
And then I found out that the round
ま
type
たそれと、比較してちょっと修正中でございます。
I'm currently making some minor adjustments based on the comparison.
what's happening here.
ゼロ戦の取扱説明書の方が、こっちは昭和19年発行のやつなんですけど、メインで、
The Zero Fighter Instruction
12
Manual
型の
is actually from 1944,
記
and
載
it's
が
the
多いんで
main
す
one.
ね。
Oh, I see a Piper Tomahawk over to my
冷戦21型のエンジンが栄12型なんですね。で、52型は栄21型なんですけど、ゼロ戦の取扱説明書の方がゼロ戦21型で栄12型なんで、ちょっと初見がやっぱ違うみたいで、栄21型
Well,
の
calmly speaking,
取
the
扱
engine
説
for
明
the
書
Type 1 is
に
the
合わせて
Sakai
ちょっ
12,
と
and the
見直
5-seater
しが
version uses the Sakai 21.
必要っぽ
But
い
the
です。
Zero Fighter
調べれば
Instruction
調べる
Manual
ほど、
lists the
履
Type
歴だ。
1 as the one used worldwide.
See if I can just
So the specifications are a bit
じゃあ
different.
流れに沿っていこうと思
Yeah,
い
I
ます。
may need to flight here, but we'll
I think I'll go.
listen. I have never experienced this before.
Patty, welcome in. Is it gaining at all?
Well, the airspeed's slowly increasing.
Okay.
Of course, I have no nose wheel steering, so I'm gradually veering off
Hey,
the
yeah,
runway.
bon.
My nose wheel is in the air.
Yeah.
Yes, airborne.
Alive.
I'm curious what landing's gonna be like for you.
はい、回転数2500です。
Yours says I may supposed to be a student pilot, but I
Yes,
think I'm
rotation
flying
speed 2500.
I think this is like
Yeah,
Coolman's version.
I think I'm gonna restart this flight. Let's go over to Peter's point of view.
Yeah. Yeah, did the weight and balance go weird maybe? You just invented the
で、
tail drag.
燃料タンクここを
Nael
Peter was able to
Korean.
get off the ground perfectly, but you are in your home country, so...
Oh, we're in Belgium
Oh
right
wait,
now.
we started in Belgium, didn't we?
はい、上層タンクに切り替え
Home country, so...
Yes,
Oh, no,
switching
no.
to Zaz tank.
My deck was part of the
Oh, was it changed
なんかやったら重いっすね。
It's really heavy when you do
When I'm
something.
now flying in VR, I
え、
really
離陸
feel
座席
like
機合
this
わ
is a
せ
good enough
ト
surrogate
リ
for real
ム
flying, right? It really looks
Take
so
off, adjust
realistic, all the
seats,
little bumps
stream.
and lightning correct and all
今日
the
巡航速度
rain
何ぼであったっ
textures in
け
there.
全然見てないな。
Being there, it's such a
I haven't checked what my cruising speed was today at all.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick a different runway for departure. See if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I will. I mean, not to get started on talking about MS Weekend, but what was the most surprising thing for me was how crazy the McDonald's was right at the hotel where everybody was staying. I mean, honestly, it didn't even look like it was just us flight simmers. It looked like locals.
I don't think they were much like
あ、
this.
ワイルドキャットだ。
Normal.
素晴らしい。
Oh, it's a
あの人につ
wildcat.
いていいですか。でもちょっと隊長にご挨拶もしたいところでございますが。隊長
I would
が
also
見
like
え
to
ま
give you a
せ
brief
ん。
greeting
早い
regarding
な。
your health.
I got to have mozzarella sticks at McDonald's, which was new.
Yeah, same. All right, spawning in. Take 2.
Fox Live Pete. We got Pete in chat. Let's talk about pineapple on pizza. Pete is a lovely person that I was able to finally meet in person at FS Weekend as well. I would say that just generally, finally seeing people that I've known online and in person, I feel like this is such a common answer for people who do go to events like FS Expo, but that really is the best part about it to me is seeing all your friends and who you connect with. in
DC3.
person. That's what you look like. Shake hands.
DC3.
You know,
Suddenly
realize
looks
they're kind of the same in online as we are in person, and generally just
セスナ
have a
172。
chat. So I think that's the best part.
Childbirth 172.
Were there any announcements?
a lot.
Well, you know, a lot of announcements. We can talk about the Microsoft Flight Simulator announcements, if you'd like. I mean, we've kind of posted them all over the place, but we can reiterate them if you haven't read our weekly briefing or any of our recaps. So basically, of course, we announced Sim Update 14 in Netherlands and Belgium, which is free for 2020 and 2024 users. We also released Local Legend 23.
おはようございます。
27 Friendship.
Good morning.
F27 ってこの前買ったやつかな。
At the museum. And
Is
our
this the one I bought the other
underneath
day?
of it, which was kind of special since we were releasing that exact aircraft. That's in the marketplace for $19.99 USD, I think. We also announced that Sim Update 5 is going to include an aircraft and avionics update 4, and that's going to access to 5 specific aircraft. The Antonov AN-2, ATR-42, the Fokker F-7. I can't see this one well. The
だいぶばらけておりますな。
They're quite scattered,
Ah.
aren't they?
もしかしてもしかすると
Gas?
もしかするのでは
We also announced PSVR2 support
Perhaps.
is confirming to launch with Sim Update 5. Now, a lot of people are asking, when is Sim Update 5 coming out? We don't have an exact date to share yet for that, so just stay tuned on that one. But we
ああ
are
そういうことね
beta testing right now, which is
了解
Ah, I see.
Yeah, York did say we're targeting April, although not a specific date yet.
great. And we do have a dev stream, a developer stream, which we all know we have been missing dearly.
読み込んだフライトプランが直線化する現象
The
に
loaded
やられ
flight
ておりました
Briefing yesterday. People want to go ahead and get their questions in, sort through those, and have the devs start preparing answer scripts.
All right, I had to change aircraft. I don't know why my NX Cub was not functioning correctly
うー
today.
ん
I
これ
respawned
や
a
っぱ
Diamond
り
D840, and as you can see, it is now
They all seem to
properly
bring good
nose heel
fortune.
on the ground. All right, I'm gonna get rolling here, and this is a slightly faster aircraft too, so I'll be able to catch up with everyone else.
Awesome.
I'm not quite sure what was happening there. I've never had any problems with the NX Cub.
Were there any other announcements outside of Microsoft that you saw and appreciated or thought was pretty cool?
Well, at least in my case, I was working at our booth the entire time, so I couldn't attend any of the keynotes, and I haven't really been able to watch most of them on YouTube yet. But a lot of product vendors were there
Oh,
and
なん
were
か
announcing new
ランダムマー
products
クがい
or
くつかあり
updated
ますな
versions of existing products.
これを見ていかないかん
There are
ってことか
several
な
I know,
landmarks there,
when Control
aren't
was
there?
They had a huge
チャー
booth,
チオレディ
Microsoft Flight Sim. We had the largest booth.
YouTube
in
ready.
one hall.
Blue
Control
Jets?
had the largest booth in the other exhibition hall.
Cruise.
And I think they had quite a
Oh,
few
look.
product announcements, but I didn't see the
Blue
specifics.
Jets.
Where am
Did you,
I?
Jane, did you see any of those?
I was able to just attend one. I was also busy, but I got to watch a Meridian keynote. They announced a lot of hardware. I believe you got the Vector 77. I don't know. I think there was also progress on like fly-by-wire stuff that was shown, and I think when there's a
Yeah.
lot I still need to catch up on as well.
Yeah, an
Announcements, but curious if anyone in chat also-
A320 overhead panel.
チャー
Which
チ
is
Yep.
Church.
Most of us pretty big step there.
Yeah. Yeah, we were right next to Moza. So it was-
もう立派なもんです
Silver
な
F2000 has my same hat.
That's quite impressive.
Oh, for April Fool prank, we should just all wear these.
And I should not wear it.
いやーヨーロッパ全く日本とは街並みが違います
Yeah,
な
yeah. Well, you know. Oh, I was gonna say it's
Wow,
further away,
the
but no, it's
streetscapes
like
in
next
Europe
week.
are completely different from those in
I thought we
Japan.
already passed April Fool's Day.
Not yet.
Yeah, we, as Jane said, we were.
あ
our
風
booth
車だ
was the Moza booth.
ベルギ
And,
ーなんか風車って言うとオランダな気がするけど ベルギーもなのか
Oh, windmills. Belgium. I feel like there are windmills here for some reason.
And on one of our landing challenges.
おおなる
Really,
ほ
really
ど
cool technology. You know, I had a Microsoft force feedback.
Oh,
2
I see.
joystick circa 2001 or 2002.
よくできて
Come
お
a
る
long way since then.
It's very well done.
Yeah. So maybe MSFS.
Do you have Moza hardware at home?
Yes, I have pre-ordered the 89.
Yeah.
Exactly.
flight
setup
setup
do
do you
you
use?
use?
So personally, well, we'll go around the channel here. Right now, I have a full Thrustmaster Warthog setup. So the Thrustmaster Warthog stick, the throttle quadrant, and the Thrustmaster TPR rudder pedals. And I also have a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Peter, what about you?
It depends. When I'm streaming, I use just a simple 360 number. However, when I'm not streaming and I'm able to do my VR stuff, I'll usually sit there, which is all the kits you ever want, like an AB9, a Thrustmaster yoke, and Bravo yoke, a Verpal collective, and Verpal extension on an AB9 for some babies.
Okay.
All right, and Jane, what about you?
See. When I do things here like streaming, I use an Xbox controller. If I want to get fancy, I use the Thrustmaster 2-player pedals.
5時33分、6時にセットアップしたと思ったんだけど、ずれてますな、時間が。
Speaking of
5:33, I thought I set it up at 6 o'clock, but the time is off.
So at our event, at our booth last weekend, it was my first time playing Flight Simulator 24 on a PS5 in VR, which was really cool. But I also got to use the gyro controls on the PlayStation controller. It was really cool. It was very intuitive. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Also the force feedback on the
Yeah.
button.
I thought about maybe getting a controller for PC just for that DualSense because I thought that was really cool and fun.
Now I don't know if anyone saw the announcement, but Sony earlier today announced huge price increases for PS5 consoles. Unfortunately,
You got the
Yeah.
RAM.
Presumably because hardware costs for everything have gone up. Yeah.
I
But
heard
yeah,
that
いや、日本ではまだ午前2時ですけどね。え、
No,
違うか。
it's still
午
2
前
a.m. in
3時か。
Japan.
sold a bunch of products.
夏時間が終わって、ちょっと開始が早くなり。
Daylight saving
公
time
式
has
集会
ended,
の
so
参
the
加も
start
若
time is a
干
little
難
earlier.
しくなりましたな。 難
難
しくなったっていうか、私みたいにいっぺん寝てから起きて参加する派にはちょっと厳しいかもしれないですね。
It's not that it's gotten harder, but it might be a bit tough for groups like mine that have to
寝
sleep
ずに
and
その
then
ま
wake
ま
up to participate.
夜中から起きて参加する人は参加しやすくなったかもしれないですね。微妙な時間だな、午前3時って。もう2時間
It
早
might
けれ
have
ば
become
いいんですけ
easier
ど
for。people who are awake and willing to participate to join. 3 a.m. is a rather awkward time, isn't it?
PC and Mac.
Yeah. For PC and Mac, yeah, that's true. The new one will be.
DC3
Here it is. Yeah. So on the Meridians,
DC3.
announcements was we're doing 2 controllers that'll be in collaboration with Xbox.
Oh.
So, and one
So
is
we
actually
have-
going to be helicopter specific. So it has
Quickly.
ワイルドキャットチーム
Oh, really?
チームじゃないかもしれないけど
There's like the voice
ワイルド
button.
キャット軍団
It was pretty cool. So definitely fun for
They might not be the
Gundam
Child Cat
じゃない。
team, but they are the
Wild Cat.
World Cat Army.
everything. It's good for Xbox as
I also use the.
ワイルドキャットセん NX 株 CC19 と
No, flight stick.
あれなんだったっけ
Wildcat NX Company,
GX930 か
Limited,
I think it might just be called,
CC19.
Velocity Flight Stick.
It could be, yeah, but I really like that one because it was a nice little setup.
おはようございます。この方は、まあ、
well.
一回、ワイルドキャットで参加していらっしゃるのではないでしょうか。アメリカ海軍航空隊、かつてゼロ戦で
Good
は
morning.
血で
I
血で
believe this person is
血を洗う
participating in the Haikai
激闘を
Wildcat,
繰り広げてお
U.S.
ります
Navy
が、
National
おりま
Sports
したが、
Festival.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 will ever have built-in shared
2026年の今となってはもはや
So we know that's very high on the wish
Now,
list.
in 2026,
フライトシミュレーター仲間ですよ。
For live streams, Martial
we're
said that they
fellow
have
fly
a
simulator
internal version
enthusiasts.
that is kind of working. but not ready for shipping to the public yet. But yeah, the team is working on it, but we don't have a timeline on when that might be released.
CDOC has the turtle magic velocity more than the universal light control system. Yeah. We did a
これ
good job at that.
イ
It
ギ
was
リ
really
スで
cool
使
also
っ
just
てた
outside of the major
リバリ
companies
ーです
that
ね。
have
カ
I
ラーリ
use
ングです
this in
ね。
a
England.
lot of just the smaller
イギリスでなんて呼ばれてたん
companies that
だっ
are
け
putting
な、
out
マートレ
really
ッ
good peripherals
ト
and
か。
a lot of cool stuff. It was
なんかイギリスで
What was
は
Britain called again?
ワイルドキャットって
Martley
い
or
う名前
something?
じゃない名前で
I honestly
使われ
was
て
bigger
た
than
ん
I
じゃない
thought.
か
Like,
な。
everywhere there was
マ
one.
ートレットだった
I think it
よ
was
うな気が
probably
するけ
used as
ど、
a
ちょっ
name.
と自信がないっす。
These were they had.
マー
So,
トレットっていうのは海ツバメとかっていう意味ですね。
collected a lot of business cards.
It means something like a swallow.
There's just so much out there for a very specific niche of niche items.
Yes.
It's good to go there for those that are wanting to also see what's outside of like stuff that most people are.
Yeah, like Jane said, like the big brands were there representing Wind Control, of course, and Moza, several others, Honeycomb. But there were also some companies I'd never even heard of before that were showing off like really like boutique stuff. Kind of out of my price range, a lot of it, but you know, someone who's like, this is their
か
primary
つ
hobby,
て
they
の
spend
ライバル
thousands
も
of dollars
今と
on
な
their
っ
flight
ては
setup. There's some
今と
really,
なって
really
もライバルは
cool
ライバ
motion
ルかもしれ
rigs,
ない
things
け
like
ど
that.
Yeah, those are fun to watch. The one
Even
that
now,
inspired us
former
was
rivals may still be
one
rivals.
of the million
クラシックな、
simulations.
飛行機ですよ。
Chic.
When is VR version coming to PS5? But that's gonna launch with our next Sim Update 5, which is likely sometime in April, so it's soon.
Yeah, basically, you know, we haven't set an exact date, but if we meet the target and it is April, you know, less than a month. Do you guys do VATSIM at all, or are you just casual non-ATC flyers? You ever do VATSIM?
Sometimes, but I usually fly
なん
GA
か
stuff.
セッティング間違
So I
ってる
sometimes
か
do a VFR or IFR flight.
Is there something wrong with the
VATSIM.
settings?
But I find that using beyond ATC, for example, is also
赤と思って
good
う
enough.
ー怖い。
I do like that there's a real use.
I have the red
Usually,
one.
By the time I get airborne, they'll shut down, and I have to switch to Unicom quite regularly. So for me, the AI stuff actually works almost as good, and that's always available. So.
Yeah, I don't use VATSIM. I save that for my colleague Chewy, who's a big VATSIM user.
Yeah, why don't we can even put a link to Chewy's channel in the chat there. So Chewy is our EU-based or UK-based, but European time zone community manager, and when he's not working on his personal hours, you will often find him live streaming on his own channel. And yeah, he does like airliner-based stuff on VATSIM. Check him out over there.
体調どこじゃろう。
Resident VATSIM expert.
Where is my physical
I don't
condition?
have any news to share on any future city groups. Speculation about New Zealand. We did have one in the past, which was awesome.
Yeah, we had a New Zealand World Update.
Yeah, which one was it? World
あ、
Update.
これか
14, 12, one of those ones.
スイカ持って一緒
Pack
Depends on
か
the money. I used to be able to know them.
Okay, let's see here between the two of us. If we need, okay, World Update 1 was Japan.
Japan, I remember that one.
2 was United States.
Yeah.
3 was
You know what I do?
UK and
I tweet
Ireland.
and I go onto our YouTube.
Okay. I'm trying to do this by memory. Was 3 UK and Ireland?
これ
or
は
was
セン
3
ターグループじゃろ
3
うか。
UK and Ireland? Okay,
あ、
4
これは
was
T
I guess this is the center group.
and
Yes.
France. Okay.
U16 ってなんだろう。
6
What does U16 mean?
I should know this.
Australia.
Yes, Mount.
Australia? It was Australia?
Australia.
No,
No.
Austria. Germany,
Oh,
Austria,
Germany.
Switzerland.
Yes, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, yes.
7.
7.
said it.
Australia.
Australia.
G111 アルバトロス。
Spain and Portugal.
G111 Albatross.
9 was Italy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
10 was USA the second time.
Yes.
Okay. 11 was Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I should
Your
know that
home.
one.
I should know that one. Yeah, my home country.
かっこい
12
いやつだ。
was New Zealand.
Yes.
He's a cool guy.
13.
これって買ったやつ？
Oh, it was 13
Ah.
Oceania.
買ったや
This
つ
is
かも
something I
な。
bought.
Okay.
こっかあのなんと
14,
かっ
I
ちゅうや
want to say
つ。
14 was another repeat region.
Hawker's
Was it
something.
again?
No, 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 no.
No.
East of that.
East of Germany. Eastern Europe.
Yep.
Yeah. So Central Eastern Europe, I think that's what we called it.
Central Eastern Europe.
Yeah. Okay. So that was 14. 15
Mm.
was Nordics again.
LOD が腐っとる。
Okay.
めちゃくちゃ近くないと見えない。
Was this Germany and Austria again? No.
The lot is rotten.
Uh,
You can't see it unless you're really close.
The Caribbean.
Yes.
Okay. 17.
Okay, you're doing so good.
あ、宮内さん。F16 だ。
See, these are the more recent ones. I should know these because they weren't that far ago.
It was a repeated one.
It was a repeated one, 17? Was this the repeated Germany, Austria,
Yeah. No, no,
Switzerland?
no, no.
No?
Oh, United Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, UK and Ireland, okay.
どこだ？
Ireland and United UK.
Where is it?
18. 18 must be then the repeated
Right,
Germany,
yeah.
Austria. Okay. 19 was South America,
19。
and 20 was Japan, the second
CC
one. That was the
19.
most recent
見
one.
失っちゃった。
That's
By-
right.
By the way, chat,
It happened.
at the
No, no.
Flight Sim Awards, which were hosted live on the Friday night at the Captain's Dinner at FSWeekend, the Microsoft and Asobo teams won an award chosen by the community by community vote for
あれ
best
どの人だっけ？
freeware scenery add-on for World Update.
What kind of person was that again?
So the second World Update won an award chosen by you, the community. So thank you so much for everyone who
あれだ。
voted for us for that.
That's it.
地図帳みたいなコールサインの人。
This is where I go in now to
A person who doesn't kill, like an atlas.
Numerals to numbers.
Yeah. All right. So I know I had a
Sono
delayed takeoff. I'm
めちゃめちゃ
currently 25 nautical miles away from
LOD
the
が
first touch and go.
腐ってて
Peter, how far away are you?
見るのが難
This person
し
is
い。
really corrupted by sod.
I am flying like 111 knots.
うわ、これだけ近くないと見えないから追い抜いちゃう。
I did learn a lot
You
about
can't
the
see them
Minnesota
unless you're this
airport.
close, so
I
I'll
was there,
overtake
which I
them.
thought was really interesting about how it was gonna help
この
relieve
君
the
めちゃめちゃ近いんだけどな、もうこれ。あ、見えた。
and
めっ
it got
ちゃむずい。
got delayed many times because of
It's incredibly close,
こ
isn't
れが
it? This is
F27
America.
ですよ。フォッカー。
um,
この前買ったやつじゃないかね。
so right now Lilith handles
Isn't it a
just
Fokker?
general aviation flight training.
DHL って書いてあ
It's
る。
also the helicopter training center.
It says DHL.
So at one point when we had a bit of
なかなか
downtime during our
なか
setup
なかいい
on
飛
Friday,
行機では。
Peter, Jane, and myself just walked around.
It's a pretty nice airplane.
Outside at the airport, and we went to like the observation area, and we watched a bunch of
飛行
aircraft
機なん
and
だろう。タ
helicopters
ブポップかな。
doing circuits,
なんか
practicing
形
touch
的
and
に
goes.
I wonder what it is. Maybe a
燃料タンク
dandelion.
も兼ねそうな
coincidentally,
昔ちょ
that
っ
I'm
と
flying
変わっ
right
た
now,
形してますけど
DA40,
ね。
we saw one of those flying around, and we
後
also
ろが
saw
燃
some
料
helicopters.
It
タンクに
has a
なって
rather
るのかな。
unusual shape,
Pretty cool to
though.
see.
Yes,
Whoa, check this out.
DHL。
Look at
ん。
ZKTZF here behind me.
ちょ
DHE.
っとでも
Doing some fancy crabbing
機体のやっ
maneuvers.
ぱり
See that?
バンプマッピングがベコベコな気がするけど、最近こういうのが流行りなのか
That's
な。
really difficult to
あ
fly
んま
like
りいい
that.
と思わないけど。
yes.
I want to go, but I feel like the bump mapping is kind of wobbly. I guess this kind of thing is popular these days, but I don't really think it's good.
Come fly in South Africa. We've done a few flights in South Africa before, Community Flying Friday. In fact, let me just pull this up. 1 second.
No.
I don't think it was super recently, but I want to show you guys something. This is one of our community members, one of our longtime viewers. It was Unwired Eddie. Eddie, if you're in the chat, just identify yourself here.
フォッカーの F27 っていう飛行機について教えてください。
A map of every flying we've done.
Please tell me about the
F27
F27,
オ
the
ランダの
airplane
飛行
used
機メ
in
ーカー
soccer.
フォッカーが開発したターボプロップ旅客機なんですよ。フレンドシップっていう愛称でも親しまれている。
かっこいい名前だな。
Since November,
そうなんですよ。
Wow,
旅
that's a
客
cool
機として
name.
だけじゃなく、貨物機や軍用機としても各国で使われていたんです。頑丈で信頼性が高いことで有名で、長い間いろんな場面で活躍していたんですよ。何か他に知りたいことはありますか？
いや、ありがとうございました。
どういたしまして。
No, thank you very much.
オランダでの飛行機のフォッカーってオランダか。
Oh, so the plane in the Netherlands is in the Netherlands?
じゃあぴったりじゃん、ここら辺を飛ぶのには。
Perfect for flying around here.
Let's see, where do we need it to fly next?
そういや、グラフィックドライバーの更新があって、
Western
もう
Australia.
最近ちょっと VR がヘッドセットがすごい不安定で PC との接続がなんか変な状態になっちゃう
There was a
不具合
graphics driver update, and recently my VR headset
ちょっ
has
と
been
苦しん
really
でおりました
unstable,
が
especially the connection to my PC.
改善されないでしょうか。
Will this be improved?
体調もっと後ろかもしんないですね。
My physical condition might be further back.
So spoiler alert, one thing we can see, I don't think we've been to Mexico lately. However, as I'm sure a lot of people are aware, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is happening soon, jointly co-hosted by Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And the opening ceremonies will be in Mexico City. So the
割
week
と
that the
大地
FIFA
が
World
平
Cup
た
starts,
くて
we will fly to Mexico City to celebrate
単
that.
調なフライトに
Belgium
なる
has a
ので
relatively flat landscape.
We,
Wow.
we've been to Nunavut before.
イーグルではあんまり飛んだことのない
So anything we did in 2020 does
領
not
域
show
で
up
し
here.
たが
I haven't flown in a 4-Eagle very
Charlotte
often.
Valley, we definitely did that one in 2020 before, so it doesn't show up here. Yeah, we have done that one before.
I should do some
タッ
archaeology.
チングかな。ちょっとタッチングをしておきますか。
Just
Dude.
grab all the flight plans we've ever
After
published on
touching,
the flight.
shall we do a little more touching in the pool?
You know, that would be really cool if you did do that, Peter.
I'll see if I can put
建
some
物のあパレスだ。
where I can just convert those flight
It's
plans.
an apartment building.
Uh-oh, I missed a touch and go.
宮
While
殿
I was
ですよ。
showing that map, I overflew the airports. That,
It's a
なんかえらい
palace.
近未来的な
here on short final.
デザインの宮殿だな。ジャスティスあこれ
Comfortable
見たな。
palace design
パレ
7.
スでジャスティスアントワープ。
Our first time there.
宮殿じゃなくてあれだっち裁判所だっちってたか。
Just to go to, even if it's off season, like not,
なんて言
even
っ
if
てた
it's
っ
not
け
during FS weekend, it's just a really cool.
What did he say
It's
again?
a good museum, yeah.
Yeah.
アントワー
Is
プ
that
この
Peter,
前
is
も
that the
行きま
best
したね。
aviation
ア
museum
ン
in
ト
the
ワープ。
Netherlands?
I think it's the only one, so yeah.
Antwerp. I was
It used
here
to be at
before too. Antwerp.
Airport, and then they moved it, right?
へえ。
No, so what they did is they rebuilt the old Schiphol Tower, the old Schiphol building. There, they rebuilt it, so they just moved the old Schiphol. So I think Schiphol is one. But it's pretty old, right? It's like 1920s.
アントワー Cathedral of
Antwerp.
Like that.
Our Lady Antwerp.
Right now, but they rebuilt the walls.
Al Radiant Wharf.
You can feel it.
これはなんだっけ。
How much was it again?
美術館だっ
How did they get the
Was it an art
け。ミュージア
museum?
ム。まあ、ちょっと行かれたデザインでございますけれども。
Actually,
でどこに着陸するんだ。
I think it was delivered there.
あれか。
Well, it's a rather unusual design, but where would it land?
タッチ&ゴ
Flew it by
ー。
canal?
Yeah, partially.
Is that because the runways that Lelystad are not long enough to accommodate the
Yeah,
sun?
and the whole thing wasn't airworthy anymore, so they detached the wings, then they moved everything, and then they reattached the wings again.
Wow.
お、日が昇ってきましたね。
That
素晴らしい。
reminds me of there's a very famous video on YouTube.
The sun is rising. Wonderful.
Traveling through the streets of Los Angeles on its way to a museum on the back of a truck. You know, that's a really cool video. You haven't seen it.
はい。
Yes.
Oh, check this out. It looks like I'm
Yeah,
flying
down.
over the ruins of Star
Downshift.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
フラップダウン。
This way you can see like the moats and the star
Flap
shapes there.
down.
That was probably a starport at one point. Sleeve, hello to you.
タッチダウン。
Touchdown.
Alright. Here's another FSWeekend question for everybody. What's the most memorable interaction? There. I feel like, Ziggy, you ran the Red Bull race.
I did, yeah, and I would say we did a different competition each day. So on Saturday we did the Spielberg course, and on Sunday we did the Budapest course. And on Saturday we had a very, very tight, close competition between Wami, who's in our chat flying along with us today, and a gentleman named Leon, who is a real-world aerobatics pilot from Germany. And they were battling back and forth. One of them would set the record, and then the other one would come back half an hour later and then break the record, and then that kept going on all day. And Leon just barely won in the end. But yes, as Wami said, that was so much fun. And there was a good prize in the line too. There was a MOSA stick. Oh, we just lost Peter.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Yeah, Peter just sent us a message in the chat. His PC just had a full shutdown.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, he's gonna hate to miss this because for Speedor, it was how great Peter was for community. He was at the show, helped our team set up, talked about community, covered stations.
いやー、珍しい飛行機が見る
Peter
楽
was a
しい
rock
です
star. He
な。
deserves his flowers. He was never
はい、
very
フラップアップ。
It's fun to see unusual airplanes.
No, don't clip it. Don't let him know.
Yes, Peter went way above and beyond. He does not work for us. He's just someone
Oh.
in the community who's passionate
ミハイル
about
さんの
but he hung around
バイ
there
パーが
McHale's.
着陸されてきましたね。
We
Hi,
had to tell him
good
to
up,
stop, but
no.
he would not take no for an answer.
Yeah.
He kept telling
It has been processed
角
into
の
meat. Yes,
はい
check
だ
the
から
flap.
ありましたね。OK。ちゃん
Okay.
と
Take that, so I took the
はい
phone,
回
spun
転
around
して
and took a selfie with
2500
us. Turns out,
Yes,
Cherish
2500.
that picture forever.
いいとか言ってるからカスタムに誰か
Whoa, I'm floating way too much.
はい
Someone's on the runway because they're saying it's
Save
okay.
the first number that comes to mind as far as really memorable was meeting up with three of the Skies and Balls. Skies and Balls. It's our little Discord group of women in flight sim, and there was
もう
about
恐ろし
7
い
of us there.
固まるな
So we were able to meet up on Saturday.
Some of them are
ド
quite
キドキが起
frightening.
きますね。なんだろう
Just gathering with everybody to say hello.
I wonder what it is.
You know, feeling a oneness, I guess, of
Yeah.
some together all over the place. That's really cool.
これ
Was
な
that
んで
the first in-person Skies and Dolls
I
meetup?
drank it.
It was.
I know you have
404
you
タイ
have
タン
like movie nights and stuff on the Discord.
総発のターゲット
404
ップ
Titan
かな
We're saying that to the six of us together.
Yeah.
So, that's very special.
By the way, Jane, if we have any women simmers in the chat, if they want to get involved and join this Skies and Dolls group, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, well, I think there's a link in many places, but if you just type in Skies and Dolls, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or something, you'll probably see a link to our Discord. Yes, Mr. PHI is also in Skies and Dolls. Our Discord is kind of like a place for us, so that's there. One way to hang out with other women in space. Oh, Peter.
Oh, Peter saw it in the chat. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today, but we've had some tech issues. Like NX Cub was not flying properly. Peter's PC shut down. Jane and I, of course, are both getting over an illness, and Allison was unable to join us. Despite being supposed to do so, because she's also sick. So something's going on this week. We got the gremlins messing with everyone's systems.
Actually, I think it was Skies and Dolls who won one of the challenge.
Oh, no way.
I think it was Carol. I can't remember which one, but so represent.
タッチダウンしてなかったのかな
Yeah.
I wonder if they
All day
didn't even
Saturday
touch
and
it.
all day Sunday, we had 4 challenge stations. We had next level racing, flight cockpits, and then a variety of peripherals. 2 of them we had
お、あそこの持ち上がってるところはどうだ
and on the other 2 we had the thrust
How about
drive
that place where you buy toys?
for Airbus TCA setups. And so on the Boeing setup, we did a 747 landing challenge for the JFK. On the Airbus setup, we did the A320 landing challenge for the Paro. Then on the GA setup with the Moses stick, on Saturday we did Courchevel, and then on Sunday we did Saba? I think it was Saba, right? Yeah. And then our last station was Red Bull Air Racing, where we did Spielberg on
は
Saturday
い、キャノクロー
Budapest on Sunday.
Hey, hey,
And yeah,
today.
different prizes for every station. Now we did have a rule though. You could not win more than one station. So if you were the score leader on 2 or even 3 stations, you could have your choice of prize, but you wouldn't get all 3. And yeah, each station had a different prize. And well, it was packed. I don't think there was, more. I don't think any station was ever unoccupied for more than like 2 minutes at the most.
This is a good question. What was the most common thing attendees wanted to talk about? I think it might vary between us since we did different things. CD, but
I'll tell you, the number one question I got, and maybe
Power.
I think Skeeter, this might match your experience too. We had PCs
Power.
that were provided to us, and they were really fancy looking with like lots of like LED
looked
lights,
awesome.
and they were like full glass enclosures. And so the number one question by far that I got was, what PCs are these, and what hardware specs are they?
DC3
did you know? Did we know?
I pulled up device
DC3.
Manager and showed them like the GPU and the CPU. They were AMD Ryzen's, and I think it had a 5070
Wow.
GPU in it.
Yeah.
At least the one on the Red Bull station. I think some of the others had slightly different specs.
Yeah, I think the question that I got the most was I was either when I was at the booth, I was either at the I was at the Boeing landing challenge, or I was on like one of the 8 free flight setups. There were a lot of people asking about peripherals, I would say. Like a lot of people who maybe hadn't simmed before or was just getting into it, so wanted to know just all what peripherals they should pick. Like obviously that's kind of a big question if you're new to the hobby. So it's good. Thankfully, like at our booth, we had a good variety of different kinds of setups since we had PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And obviously, there's a bunch of hardware peripherals everywhere around on the show floor that we can point them to as well. But I think just like, you know, what's your budget, what platform are you on, like how advanced you want to get with it. So that was a lot of the conversations that I had. Definitely got some shared questions about PlayStation VR.
Yeah, by the way, big shout out to all the hardware vendors who provided us with flight controls. So we had, just want to mention all of them, hopefully I don't forget any. We had Moza, we had Thrustmaster, Turtle Beach, Pimax VR headset. We had Honeycomb, and PlayStation VR, and Tobii eye trackers on almost all the stations, or at least all the PC stations. That weren't running VR at least.
DC3 ですね。いい飛行機ですね。
So really good assortment.
That's a DC3, right? It's a nice airplane.
Stand in line and have hands-on time trying any of those hardware products. Did anyone ask Jane to make this Stallhorn impression? I think someone did, didn't they, Jane?
No.
No?
I don't think anybody asked. If my memory serves me, if anybody, I feel like it would have been certainly down here, but did he? I can't remember right now. It was pretty blur of a weekend. Just, that's a joke. You totally forgot. Yeah, and yeah, Drock was over there with Jeremy at the Flight Sim Webs shop booth, selling all the peripherals.
Was there any discussion about food? Not on the show floor per se, but definitely after hours. One of the nights, a lot of my team, we met up at the Sky Bar at the hotel. We had some like after work drinks and we sampled some Dutch cuisine, including bitterballen. For those of you who are familiar with Dutch food will definitely know what bitterballen is. And yeah, Skidor mentioned in the chat earlier too, when we get to Lillestad, we will find our hotel, and just across the parking lot from the hotel where we stayed at, there is this massive McDonald's, and we'll see if that's visible.
There is an airplane with blue wings.
But yeah, we all went there one night as well, just because, you know, we just wanted something really quick. We were tired from working all day at the event, and we just wanted some really quick food before we all went to bed. So we all ran over to McDonald's. But it's kind of fun because for those of us coming from North America, we got to try some
いや、いいっすな。世界中の、フライトシミュレーターファンと飛ぶ週1回の公式集会。まあ、ちょっとアメリカの人たちが参加できない時間帯なのは大変残念ですけどね。
It's a real shame that the weekly official gatherings where they fly with fans are held at times when Americans can't easily attend.
ヨーロッパで、夜午後18時中と、アメリカだとまだ金曜日の
In Europe, it's 6 p.m. and in America, it's still Friday. That's why.
働いてる人はなかなか
It's
参
hard
加
to
で
find
きない
people
ので
who
は
are
ないでしょ
working.
うか。
Do we have anyone from France in the chat? Or who was
You're
bid-
back, but I don't see your video.
Oh, that's totally true.
Yeah, I don't see Peter's video either.
Hold on. No, oh yeah, that's also true.
I did hear it for a second. No, I don't.
Oh, maybe you're returning Peter. I hear you.
Okay, so it is a Royale avec fromage then. Fromage being the French word for cheese and avec meaning with.
Royale with cheese.
So it's actually Actually, if you want to sound really
あれ
français,
直線翼っていうのは
Royal avec fromage.
Straight wing.
テーパー翼に比べるとやっ
One thing that the Dutch
作るの
McDonald's
が
has,
簡単なのか
Compared to the
な
desire for
幅
a
が
taper,
一緒だ
well,
か
this
ら
is something they should, all locations should have this. So instead of just eating your fries plain or with ketchup, you can actually get good sauces for your fries. Including Jane, you and I both had a
あ
selection
の
of
結
hot
構
sauces.
直線翼多いですね
And they were like
区
legit
形
hot.
翼っていうの
That's
か
pretty
な
much a straight line, isn't
あ
it?
の長方形の
Oh yeah,
そうそ
there's
う
videos back too.
Foreskin wings.
ピストン飛行機でも高性能の飛行機はこうテーパーして翼の端っこに行く
Even
に
with
従っ
airplanes,
て、
high performance airplanes are tapered.
横幅がちっちゃくなっていく、まあ、台形ですね。そういう感じの飛行機が多いんですけれども
what's something
The
people
width
might not
is
realize
smaller
about
and it's a
Smaller
chassis
than
type
a-
design.
like,
There are a
FS
lot of
weekend.
airplanes like that.
Well, you only get so many hours on one day to set up your own booth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my
That
god.
can be kind of rough.
We were setting up right into the last minute.
スカイバス
Like doors,
これ
I think
正し
doors
く
opened
見え
at
て
10 or
るのか
10:30
な
a.m. on Saturday.
CT210
And
っ
our
て
booth was not ready
なん
until
とな
like
く見えてるっぽい
10:25 or
けど
something. Like we used every minute available to us.
I
to get
wonder if
fully set
Sky
up.
Boss is showing up
But definitely
correctly.
wanna thank
It
everyone on
looks
our
like
team,
it's showing
plus Peter, who volunteered to help,
CT210.
For all the great teamwork getting that set up on time.
これ車輪出っ放しの飛
And then
行
also
機なん
tearing
だ
down as well. You know, you don't get a lot of time for that either.
It's like a plane where you can't stop
We
sneezing.
killed it. It was
Yeah.
a couple hours.
Yeah,
ちょっとなんか若干シンプルな形の飛行
We
機で
didn't
す
have
ね
to take apart any of the seats or anything.
It's a rather simple looking
If
airplane,
you read
isn't it?
yesterday's weekly briefing blog post on the FlightSimulator.com website, we did put a few photos of the event in there as well at the top. A team photo of all of us sitting by our booth, and then just a couple photos of our booth setup. If you want to check that out as well.
Were there any off-site excursions sponsored by the event? Excursions. There was like a
Human.
weekend, like after party
Schumann.
Sky Bus.
night. But that's
Yeah.
always good.
I know, Jane, you stayed the entire time at the after party.
Oh,
I shamefully admit I did not attend. I wanted to go right to
Power.
bed. You know, we got back from the event to the hotel. We all went to McDonald's across the parking lot to get something to eat really quickly. And I was like, I'm crashing really hard. I'm going to bed right now. I knew we had an early morning the next day.
うーん
Meanwhile, Jane's like, I'm going to the
これも
after
区形
party.
翼でございますな
And then you stayed the entire time.
That's right.
Till it
よ
closed.
し、あそこら辺の正面の塊部隊に行きますか。あ、ここら辺に隊長はおらんじゃろうか。
Yeah, you left too.
Are you going to the stage over there, in that cluster in front?
っていうのはやっぱりバ
I
グって
wonder
ん
if
だ
there's anyone
な。
around here who's feeling well.
C180
There
の
were so many
スカイ
conga
バス。
lines. I would say maybe one.
I also use
one
the
too many.
C180.
You know, there's always one or two. You know, at like there was like at least
S22T。
Yes. So it started out pretty safe, right?
S22T.
あ、あ、隊長いるかあ、おあ、いるっぽい。ご挨拶ですな。
There was one big conga line.
Fighter, or something like that.
Yeah.
固まる。
I don't know. I feel like
藤
as
原の
It
塊。
hardens.
someone who grew up, like I was never the type to go to many parties or anything. But I feel like the kind that I have enjoyed all my life have been ones at like gaming conventions because, you know, we're all kind of I feel like we all fall under this umbrella of like maybe some of us are extroverted, but a lot of us are, you know, gamers, right? So it's a little more my speed.
隊長今日何に乗ってんだ
Where are you?
DA? ダイヤモンドエアクラフト
Eindhoven, but I think I'm a bit.
I'm on a DA Diamond aircraft.
I have Eindhoven in sight. So weirdly, my avionics say I'm 62 nautical miles from the destination. That is clearly not accurate.
That's
because I have the field in
just,
sight to my 12 o'clock.
Right.
I messed
But that's
up.
maybe to the destination.
No, it says Echo Hotel, Echo Hotel.
なん
That's
とか
Eindhoven,
復
right?
旧
That's in Eindhoven.
Yeah.
We managed to restore it.
8:30 probably mean, you know, as much as we all love these events, they can be tiring. So I can't fault anyone for wanting to go to bed and actually get a good night's sleep the next day.
I think I went home
Especially
on
those of
midnight.
us who flew over from North America, we were dealing with jet lag as
ここ
well.
でタッチンゴーかな。
This is probably after the touching.
All right, this is for us, but also for anyone in chat who went. Did anybody notice any trends in what flight simmers were excited about at FS Weekend?
Iceman TV just
120の
right
じゃあ
right next to me, and I
ギア
really
が
shaking due to
120 knot
青と
tablets.
出ました。120ノットフラップダウン。
Turning final now.
120 knots flap down.
like the
Yes.
はい、
it was
フラップ出ました。じゃあフラップ中立。
Yes, it's
We
out.
had to go early in the morning, 4 a.m. to go get control module for a motion maker that accidentally got
Oh yeah.
basically sent back to a warehouse. So that was not fun.
I heard that story.
Yeah, it's a long runway. It's
Yeah.
fine. I'll just cut down a little more.
Yeah, that was a long.
あ、P50 マスタングがいる。
There's a Mustang at peak time.
Is it a thing?
変態飛行したいものですな。変態仲間として。
Yeah.
Certainly in
cool.
Oshkosh it is. Just
Yeah,
landing
just
like
to start
3
off.
hours
I'd
ago.
love to do some perverse flying as a fellow
And
pervert.
so when I'm landing in Rotterdam, the tower opens just for me to make a long field landing, because when I touch down on the touchdown zone, I have like a 2 to 3 minute taxi on Broadway
Oh yes, that would make sense.
for the high speed turn off. They really don't want it, so they'll say land long. The later you touch down, the closer you touch down to the high speed run off, the better.
Yeah.
But not too close that you won't. It's also a bit of a battle, but if they want to just have the runway provide us speed start,
飛行機が多いとこの
If there are many
スタートが起きるのかな。
Jack says the pile up to the Moser booth on Sunday night was very tempting. Yeah, they had a really big booth as well, and as they were packing up, they had lots of hardware and boxes.
keeping that motion good.
Yeah.
The R25 mostly. I did have a drive for the motion right.
Did you?
Skeetor never did get his chance. I know he wanted to
Right.
all weekend.
フラップアッ
For those of you who don't know, Skeeter, who is
Life flap up.
he's a big auto racing enthusiast, and was there's kind of full motion auto racing for Speed Factory. But there was always a big lineup to use that, and Skeeter never got a chance to sneak away long enough to try it himself. Much to his disappointment.
Yeah, I was there like the last half
Oi.
hour.
Yeah. はい、赤とつきました。じゃあ、フラップ
Yes,
中立。
that's all. We've arrived.
Now, what was interesting from my perspective, working at the booth, our booth was so large. I was at the Red Bull station both all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I couldn't even see like the PlayStation setup or the PlayStation VR station. I'm going to assume that it was packed and busy the entire time, but I had no visibility. Like I literally could not see it from where I was standing. So
しか。
Yeah. There was always a line. There were 2 stations at the SPR. There was always a line for it. Try it or media or press.
Hmm.
So that was a very popular area.
yeah, speaking of media, shout out to Callum from FSWeekend. His media coverage all through the weekend, and
that made you think this is why we did it? There was this.
C160 買ってもいい
Oh wait,
な
yeah. it just happened on my screen.
I might buy the 160.
That was way turbulent today.
Yeah. There was this kid who kept coming back to the challenge.
I've seen it.
Yeah, over and over and over. And, he started off the weekend, getting, to the place where they're not landing at all. But he kept coming back all weekend, and he got better and better throughout the weekend. So
Oh really? You did it that way?
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty
good
awesome.
arc from not landing a lot of them to making the challenge. So he practiced.
Yeah.
I think. It was really cool to see. Like him not knowing exactly what to put the gear down and
Yeah.
use claps and to realize how to do all these things. Getting good scores. So that was really cool.
It was also really neat that our booth at the event was literally underneath a Fokker F-27 credit show. Well, we released the new local engine Fokker F-27. That was certainly very special.
So my old flight instructor actually flew the F-27 for quite some time. So when I showed him these cars really are going to fly. It still don't fly regularly. Usually sits next to me and then he says what I have to do because he doesn't really want to operate the whole thing. He just want to watch. He just want to be on, look around, and what I can do stuff. We're usually sitting here at the desk next to each other. Then I pop out the avionics on my second screen. Which he then can do.
ようやく隊長発見ご挨拶していけるでしょうか。
Domestic turboprop services.
Reservation made. Captain spotted. Can I say hello?
So suffice to say, you're gonna be flying that one. Zed.
Iceman, please don't. This is close. What's that for my winglets?
お、コールサイン覚えてこなくちゃ。
I
X0
need to remember not to kill
はい
anyone.
I think if you're gonna fly in front of me slightly higher, that's when the wake turbulence should be the worst. Alright, so come see me come.
フレームレートが悪い。
The frame rate is a bit low.
復旧。
Restoration.
また固まった。なんか飛行機が増えるとあかんのかな。ちょっと
It's frozen again.
あんまり
Maybe it's because
今
there
ま
are
でな
more
かった
planes.
現象ですね。
Question for chat then, for those of you who were either physically in attendance or following along with some of the virtual coverage online, what were you most excited about of all the various announcements? Either from Microsoft ourselves or from any of the other exhibitors who were there.
I was pretty excited about this.
Yeah.
さあ日米海軍がエスコートしていきますか。じゃあおはようございます。
So,
隊
shall the
長、な
Japanese
か
and
なか今
American
朝は
navies
お会い
escort
でき
them?
ずでしたが、ようやくお会いできました。
We were able to meet as
い
scheduled.
やー、毎週ありがとうございます。先週お休みでしたね。なんかあったんでしょうか。
Thank you. You were off today, weren't you? Did something.
さあ
Lie.
日本海軍とアメリカ海軍でエスコートしております。安心ください。
The escort is provided by the Japanese Navy and the American Navy. Please rest assured.
New spawns trolling the chat. There was no Flight Sim 2028 announcement.
フライトシム2028って言った？作ってんの？
I said 8. I'm making it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that wind control does some awesome.
いや、じゃあしばらく隊長についていきますか。もうすぐロッテムダル、ロッテルダムロッテルダムのが南だっけ？この辺もこの前飛びましたね。
The clinic said, will your health continue for a while? And Rotterdam is coming soon, right?
The potential customer base for hardware makers has gotten much larger because so many more people are simming now. And
Oh.
sort of innovating and pushing each other and competing.
日米
Oh,
In order to distinguish themselves
海
in the
軍
market, they've got to do
航
something
空
either
隊
new, unique, or
Naval
more
Air
cost
Corps.
than the other competitors out there. So, it really,
素晴らしい。あ、
really a win for all the
ム
players.
スタングも来た。
Wonderful.
アメリカ陸軍航空隊も来た。
Yeah.
The air squadron also arrived.
Like, I'll give you an example. If there was no Flight Sim
うわー、前からなんか来た。
2024 and the massive number of new simmers that
びっくりした。
Wow.
community, would we ever get an aircraft the same quality level of the Phoenix A320 selling for a price that low? Right? I don't think they could. If you look at like the number of people that were playing Flight Sims before Flight Sim 2020 was released,
ぶつかったかな、セーフだったか分かんなかったな。
I don't know if we collided or if we were safe.
宮山さんは今日はサンダーバーズですね。おはようございます。
Mr. Miyama, you're watching Thunderbirds today, right? Good morning.
I'm currently 3 miles out to Rotterdam. How are you?
Well, it's saying 82, but I don't trust this.
あ、オランダに入った。これみんな王国なんですな。ベルギーもオランダも。王様がいるってことだね。
So these are all kingdoms in the Netherlands, and Belgium also has a random king,
I
right?
don't think a lot of PC simmers fully appreciate just how many players there are on Xbox and now, of course, PlayStation 5.
キングだ。
Kingdom.
お、
And you know, the more people that join the hobby and start simming, the better it is for everyone. It does give you know, other companies in the flight sim ecosystem more potential customers.
なんかすごいのが登ってきた。エクストラ300だ。
Something amazing was climbing it. It was the extra 300.
I'm always on the fence of buying airline hardware because I find it really cool. There's little buttons and stuff you can click.
Yeah.
But now I hardly ever fly airliners.
what's the aviation equivalent of a rising tide rises all ships?
Increasing air pressure.
A tailwind
あ、またかったまた。
benefits all points?
ドアドアドアドア。
Maybe
お
something like
お
that.
Strong tailwinds.
ラグ
Door
チ
door.
怖っ。
Yeah, that's good. Well, except the ones going the opposite direction. Yeah, they get a stronger headwind.
フレームレートはある。
Okay, then now.
Playing with the density altitude because that really benefits more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not using live weather, I'm just using a preset.
あ、いいっすな。サンダーバー2 F16。
That's nice. Thunderbirds too.
Almost looks like real life.
もう待ってきた。
especially when you are in VR. And then you
余計ねえ
compare
わ。
the
I'm
cost
back.
per hour to real flying. And I
Yeah.
almost say, yeah, this is good enough. This
トラフィックアクシデントを起こしてしまいます。
This will cause a traffic accident.
いや、体調美しい飛行機ですな。ダイヤモンドエアクラフトの飛行機は。素晴
Well,
らしい。
that's a
うわ、固
beautiful
まった。
airplane, isn't it?
Twitter
うん、戻って
Diamond
きた。
Aircraft's
this week
planes.
Someone on Twitter posted, are we gonna fly
め
over
ちゃめちゃ
Peter's
怖
house?
い。
We are not flying directly over Peter's
The
house.
voice
We are
is
flying over
really-
Peter's city in Rotterdam, which is coming up soon.
どう
Actually,
も
so by
飛
doing
行機
the,
が多くて
the
重
route
くなる
via
と
Eindhoven and back to Rotterdam,
一
actually
瞬
kind of
It seems that when there are a lot of
飛行機だけ
airplanes,
じゃない
it
のかな。
becomes
風景
heavy.
とかなのかな。ハワーハワーツザダック。
Now, how much driving did you do on the weekend, Peter? Because you came to list that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
Sunday,
you
yeah.
did a round trip drive to Rotterdam each day.
Yeah, which was like 1.5 hour. So single, so 3-hour round trip times
Yeah.
3, so it's 9 hours.
That's for European standards. That's crazy. For North American standards, you're like, yeah, that's my typical daily commute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's also what I was thinking while driving again. I thought, well, in America they do this daily. I only have to do this 3 times. I'll be fine.
お、昔の私の
Especially
駅
going back. was
エクストラ
That was my
330。
old train station.
any traffic, only the
これ
last
2
day
人乗りのやつか
I
1人乗りのやつかどっ
almost 2
ち
hours
じゃ。
of traffic because of an accident. Which was a bit
Is this a
unfortunate because I
two-seater
was
or a
then only
one-seater?
coming out in the afternoon. And when I eventually arrived, there was like only 1.5 hour left
1人乗り
of the event.
Single rider.
あ、2人乗りか。
Two people riding on it?
If you look at the hotel prices, I thought,
これキャノピーがやってフライトミリター
This is
2000
what
の
the
時は
canopy
キャノピーが透明だったごめんなさいだったんですけど
This is a good flight.
2024
I'm
にな
sorry
って
again.
I hope everyone remembered to install the new
クリアブ
CDM.
ルーで塗られるようになってちょっともう一つになったんで乗らなくなっちゃったんですよね
They started painting it in clear blue, and it just didn't look as good, so I stopped riding it.
is it me or?
I think it's you. I'm looking at the broadcast now.
イギリ
No
あ
drop frames
アメリカじゃねえやいや
People
このリバリーはイギリス海軍か
Because my flight sim is also.
Britain, not
Royal
America,
Navy
the
ですよ
British Navy.
What do you drive, Peter?
由
I
緒
drive an
正しいな
LPA290.
The address is correct.
7つの海を支配したイギリス艦隊の末裔
Which is a fun deal.
Descendants of the British fleet that ruled the seven seas.
I think we went. Did you drive along? Oh yeah, you did, right? We do fit with 4, but it's a hassle.
Yeah, I think you gave us a lift to the hotel one night.
Oh yeah, once again.
Yeah.
おロッテルダムの街が見えてまいりましたな
We can now see the city of Rotterdam.
So there were two exits from the parking lot, and both of them were blocked by drivers who didn't know how to operate the pay terminal.
Yes.
And so we were just waiting there for like 10 minutes while they figured out how to use it.
And the guy stepped out and walked away instead of moving his vehicle out.
Yeah. No, this is Rotterdam below me, Peter. The city that I'm seeing now.
あと30分、そろそろ増走してるかな。
30 minutes left. I wonder if they'll be adding extra fuel tanks soon.
I installed a new Advina driver, and I think that was a bad thing to do.
No, I installed it. I'm not having any issues. Your audio is better now. It might have been when you were looking away from your mic.
Oh, yeah, that's also good. Yeah, but everything is a bit so minor. Unique is also.
This new photogrammetry is really good.
Oh, it's so nice.
写真速度ベリーグーって言ってましたね。本当にベリーグーやな。
They
Very
said
good.
photogrammetry was very good, and it really is very good.
Where I also fly in real life. Yeah. It's really like in real life. It's one-on-one.
Kat, you see what I'm seeing? See that?
So they have.
ここだったっけ、なんかキューブハウスみたいなのがあるって言ってたの。
Was it here? You said there was something like a
見れ
cube
なか
house
ったんだ
here.
よな。すごいね、あの駅。
That station is amazing.
I
そ
have
の
no
前に
idea.
ちょい燃料タンクを落として身軽になっとくか。
I'm gonna try.
Before that, a warning should be issued.
Which event will we be seeing you at next? Well, we don't think we've announced any events yet.
Hello.
Jay, we have a question from the chat. People want to know which event we'll be at next. Have we announced anything at this point?
We have not announced anything concrete. Obviously, we hope to be at FS Expo.
はい、燃料
Not
タン
sure
ク
yet
同
what
期。
will happen, but
これで身軽になりまし
Yes,
た。
Milton.
to go there. So hopefully that one.
We do want to
Outside
make
of that,
FS Weekend a yearly occurrence. We definitely want to be back next year.
なんか
Yeah. that'd be
変わった家があるって言ってたけど、ないのかな。
All right, we're about to.
I wonder if there isn't one.
In fact, underflyable.
How about you, Pete? What event will you be
Look
going
at
to?
that, no problem.
Wow. Very nice.
Okay,
で
now
ま
we're
た
now
変
we're
わ
going
っ
for
た
hard。mode.
お椀みたいな形の
What a change.
建物。
Yeah, look at that.
It is on the fly. That bridge is also called the Swan.
The swamp?
Swan.
こ
Oh,
の
the swan.
このフレームレートではとってもじゃないけど、橋はくぐれませんね。何なんだろうな。あれ、俺も変な。
At this
これ
frame
変
rate,
な
there's
形の
absolutely
建
no
物
way
や
it
め
can
た方
bypass
がい
the
いと思う
hash.
んだけどね。普通に作った方がいいと思いますよ。
Keep expressing interest in us being there.
I think it's better to just make it the normal way.
いずれ老朽化した時困るから。
It will become a problem when it eventually
物理
deteriorates.
法則に従った重力って結構強いっすからね。
The force of gravity is quite strong, you
ロッテ
know.
ルダム駅かな。
Yeah, the central station.
Is it a damn station that I own?
13 tracks.
And yes, Gamescom also TBD. We do have a
Yeah.
tendency to go there. I've been there many
フォトグラメトリー素晴らしいっすな。この前ロッテルダムあんまり観光できなかったんですよね。
quite known until a little bit later.
他の飛行機を追っ
Wow,
かけたりしてて。
photogrammetry is amazing. I didn't get to
It
do
sounds
much
like you're volunteering
sightseeing.
yourself to organize
Right.
that,
What's
so in
stopping
New
you,
Zealand or
Steve?
Australia.
Well, on that note, Jane,
この中
is
は
there an
通れる
upcoming VAR event in New Zealand?
You can go
It-
through
there
here.
is and was. It was just
この前
today, actually.
確実に通れそうだったところ
It
が
was in- they had
当
one
たり判定があって通れなかった橋がありましたから
In
ね。
Australia.
The other day, there was a bridge that looked like it would definitely go across,
Sydney,
but
yeah,
it had a
it's-
collision detection and
Yes,
I
that's
couldn't
in
cross it.
Australia, but I thought there was one upcoming at like
もう
a,
もう
Oh,
やっぱ
New
飛行
Zealand.
機がたくさん出ると思い感じ
Tone
か
is having one in a couple weeks there.
なんか
I guess I'm expecting a lot of planes to be flying.
なんかそんな感じですよね。
Man, that's a long flight.
That's kind of how it
な
feels,
んで読
isn't
み
it?
ようかわからんけど。
April 4th.
But they're not
飛
here.
行機がたくさんいな
April
ければ
4th
全然
over,
大
it's
丈夫
during
な
the
気がする
warbirds。over Wanaka 2026.
I have a feeling
So,
Sony's cars are perfectly
Then
fine.
around there, we should totally go to that. Two-Tone will be hosting it with probably some people who will be attending that air show. Yeah. If
オ
you're
ラ
not
ンダだったかな、
you're in the
ご飯
bar.
がまずいって言ってたの。ベルギーだったか
I
な。
think it was the Netherlands, but they said the food was terrible.
what's bar for the uneducated? It's Bravo Alpha Romeo,
Yeah.
and it's community-driven, community-organized, community-led local meetups for flight sim fans
これは
all around the
これは
world.
マッ
So
チの
anyone
旗
who would like to organize one of these events for
What is
fellow flight
this?
simmers in
This
your
is a
area,
match flag.
マッ
you
チ
can
の
do
旗っ
so,
ぽい
and
な
we'll。help you. We'll support you in that.
Looks
Oh,
like it.
It's Necton, right?
Yeah,
So
just for
dahin na
Bravo
raw
Alpha
yun.
Romeo. Just tongue in cheek.
There's a slightly strange rug.
I just sent you the invite. Do we have a command here
でも今日のところはなんとなくギリ
Ah.
Today, I'm just barely managing.
So there's been what 4 or 5 events that have happened so far, James, since we started this initiative.
Yeah, it started with Two-Tones first in Ireland, and then Jeremy from Flight Web Shop had one in the Netherlands.
We had one in
We had
Dallas.
two in Australia, one in Dallas. Really cool.
I'm tempted to organize one myself in Vancouver. Hopefully we get a lot of Seattle people to make the trip up as well. We could do like a Pacific Northwest VAR.
さあじゃあタッチングをしていきますか。
Vancouver, Seattle,
ロ
Portland.
ッテルダム空
Shall
港
we
に
start with a virgin touch?
Yeah,
That
and
might-
I will support you with that.
Well, on that note, Jane, you're in the hot seat today.
Oh,
Let's
Oh,
see
more.
how many potential Pacific Northwest people we have.
Oh.
that might
あ
go.
でも帰ってくるからまだ
Chad,
偉い。
where are you from? I'm from Vancouver,
But he's still
Canada.
great because he comes back.
何が重いんだろう。
Peter, what about you?
Virgin Germany, Norway.
What's so
Calgary,
heavy about it?
Ontario, Canada.
PC
Brazil,
側でもカクカク
Netherlands,
してんのかな。
Orlando, Florida, Finland,
VR
Ireland,
が重い
UK,
I
I wonder if they've made it look cool for PCs too.
Berlin, non-Pacific East, West, Alberta, Canada, UK, Ottobrunn, Bavaria,
Right.
New Zealand, Marysville,
125
Washington,
ノット。
France, Norway, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Ohio.
Yes,
そう
125
は
knots.
い、棒が出てきておりますね。ライトも青灯がつきました。じゃあ、
Yes,
そのま
the
ま
light has
120
also
ノット、クラッ
responded.
プダウン。
Malaysia, Sweden, Columbus, Tyler, Texas,
はい、イン
Norway,
ジケーター。
Germany.
もうすぐクラップだから見えないんですよね。
You say where you're from, Peter?
Right?
実物は。はい、じゃあ、
Saw a few New Zealanders.
クラ
Okay
ップ
then.
中立。じゃあ着陸していきまっか。
I can't
うわ、
do
ひ
that
でえ、フレームレート。着陸できるかどう
We're
かわ
doing
から
this
ない。
all around the world. You know, we
Click
try
to
the big-
proceed.
we try to
Frame
pick the
rate.
best time
I
to
don't
do a
know if I
stream
can
to
land.
accommodate many time zones obviously doesn't cover all of them, but I'm glad you made it here. Especially those, you know, in Japan, middle of the night.
Japan.
I know I've explained the logic
Nippon.
on why we choose this
Japan.
time a few times.
Ai,
If you haven't heard
kudasai.
it before, why we fly at the time
Love
we
me.
do for our pilots in North and South America, it's sort of late morning, early afternoon, so daylight hours. People are awake. You might be at work. Unfortunately, it's Friday, but you know it's at least waking hours. For our pilots in Europe and most of Africa, it's prime time, evening hours on Friday. And then for Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, it's very early Saturday morning. So potential, you know, for people in all of those regions that it's, you know, a time that they would normally be awake. Now, unfortunately, for sort of Central Asia, it's not a great time. That's the time when most people would be sleeping. But no matter when we pick, someone in the world
セン
is
トラ
not
ル
going
エ
to be
イ
able
ジア
to
か。
attend
セン
in
ト
the
ラ
middle
ル
of
エ
the
イ
night
ジア
during
の
the
ファンの
hours.
人もおるん
So
やろか。
we tried to pick the time that
はい。
would be at least
フラップアップ。
with the most amount of flight simulators.
It's
would
not
at least
Central
be awake.
Asia, but I wonder if there are any fans of Central Asia or
But yeah,
Central
we
Jerk.
are aware
Yes,
セン
that
トラ
flap
ル
up.
エイジアは
because of the 24
貧
nature,
しい
24-hour
国
nature
が
of
多い
the
から
globe, there's no one perfect
あん
time
ま
as
り
would be.
Because there are many poor countries
Yeah.
today.
はい、オッケー。赤
What,
と
what Surly said, yes.
Oh.
Captain Brew, welcome
座
in.
席上げるの忘れてた。よいしょ。
Yes, okay. I forgot to raise the red and large
It's 2
seats.
a.m. Sleep is for the weak.
Peter says that all the time.
気持ちよく上昇していきますな。
It's rising nicely.
次は
Lots.
Gonna change weather.
Next.
Yeah.
I feel like when we were
雨
in
するから
when
か
the
な。
mornings were really
Yeah.
foggy, it definitely felt very War of the
なんだ
From
結構時
recall.
間
Windmills,
かかりますね。
fog, I don't know, it just looked so
Yes,
otherworldly.
it will take some time.
最近ちょっと早く終わるのが多かったから、ちょっとぐらい長い間飛んで
Oh,
も
did I say?
いいかな。
Since most of them finished a little early, it's okay if they fly for a little longer.
Where I've watched a VOD of a live stream I've done,
Yeah.
where in my mind I said one thing, but then coming out of my mouth was something
weird.
different. Oh.
Hello, Mike from Cornwall. We're all right. We're, you know, recovering from illnesses here.
Yeah,
Still definitely tired. Yes.
yeah. Jane and I
Oh,
were sick at FS Weekend. So did Allison. who
name.
couldn't attend today for that reason. We were supposed to be on our
しかし土日ですよ、週末ですよ。
And, we heard from
幸
Wally in the
せ
chat
で
who
ございます
also
ね。
saw it this weekend, who's sick as well. So
It's
there
the
was definitely
weekend.
something going
I am
around.
so happy.
Yeah, I don't feel anything. I'm
Are
fine.
you dead inside?
You know what it is? You know what it is?
Yes, Jake, yes.
This is my no, I'm not a doctor, obviously, but this is my somewhat educated guess on what happened. There is probably a strain of the common cold or flu or something that you have in the Netherlands that you have immunity to, that those of us coming from overseas have not been exposed to that strain, so we all caught it, and you didn't. You were already had immunity to it.
And I might have had it like 6 weeks or 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Where I was running those for like a few days.
Yeah.
When
Also, my sleep schedule got completely discombobulated from flying transatlantic there and back over a 5-day period, and so I haven't been able to get a lot of proper rest, which definitely doesn't help recovering from an illness.
You get some time this weekend.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I might be. No, but I'm going to preface this. Don't anyone dare post spoilers in the chat. But I might be going to see Project Hail Mary either tonight or tomorrow.
I think I might do that if I feel better as well.
I've read the book, so you know I obviously know the story of the story. But you know, for people who have not read the book, try to be as much spoiler free as you possibly can. Don't even watch the trailer. I think the trailer gives away way too much.
All the way. So watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know why people at the trailers like this.
畑だ。
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a field.
So when I
な
read
ん
the
か
book,
こ
I
う
knew
いう
nothing about
細
it.
長い
I
畑
didn't even read the
が
back flap of the book, the plot description
なん
or
か
There are these
最近よ
long,
く見
narrow
るんで
fields.
すけど、
anything. Pretty early in the book, so
機
presumably
械で
early
作業するとこういう長い畑が便利なのかもですね。
It was like a big shocking moment.
わかんないけど。
And
Long
all the
fields
trailers-
might be
知らんけど。
convenient for using machinery to do the work.
And I was like, why would they do that? So yes, if you have not read the book and you want to go see the movie, which is getting great reviews, don't watch any of the trailers because it gives away a huge plot point. And it was a big surprise when I read the book.
ビッグサプライズ。
Nick Usoba
Bobby started
likes.
reading the book on the plane when flying to FSWeekend.
So, yeah,
Yes,
not
that's my
read the
plan.
book.
If I'm feeling well enough tonight, I will go see it tonight. Otherwise, hopefully I'll be better by tomorrow to go see it.
For any other fantasy or sci-fi nerds, I'm very deep into the dungeon crawler Carl
PC
series,
ロック
and I'm extremely obsessed with it.
トラ
PC
ジマで
6.
すね。
Highly recommend it.
I've
Audio
never even heard of that.
What? I think it won like Book of the Year or something. Let's see.
お、宮山さんのサンダーバーズ。サンダーバーズアゴー。
Miyamas
This seems like a very
Thunderbirds.
a niche award. It won the inaugural Book of the Year by Books A Million in 2025. I think it's just starting to get a little more popular.
All right, I've got
アメリカ空
skip
軍
bullet sights.
U.S. Air Force.
Happy Friday. Getting more into nonfiction works. Very hard.
For me, I mostly read nonfiction. In fact, Project Hail Mary was the last fiction book that I did read.
I like more, I do like a lot of fantasy. I read a lot of.
すごい向かい角。
Amazing. Across the street.
急減速についていけない。
I only read pages.
I can't keep up with the rest.
スキポール。
Hole.
なんかちょっとトイレの洗剤みた
I
い
just
な
need to go to the toilet.
名前ですけど、アムステルダムのメインの飛行場がここじゃなかったでしたっけ？この前なんか
Edo. Wasn't this Amsterdam's main
The
airfield?
very first time I flew into Amsterdam, 6 years ago.
あ
I'm pretty sure that was the actual runway that day. 'Cause I do recall
キャノ
how
ピ
long
オ
it
ー
took
プ
to taxi to
ン
the gate after landing.
Canopy.
I came from Hamburg last Thursday, and I had a training on Tuesday. Then you also really
はい、ギャダウン。はい、
Yes,
出た
gather on.
青と確認。
Almost 2 months and haven't gone back.
あ、違
Confirmation.
った、間違った。
Keep it up. Well done. Good for you.
これじゃない。フラップダウン。フラップダウン
This
し
isn't
て
it.
くれ。
Flap down.
I should catch up with you too. Wonderful weekend.
Now, I arrived in the Netherlands Thursday of last week and just got to my hotel and recovered from jet lag on Thursday. Friday, of course, was our setup day. Saturday, Sunday was the FS Weekend event itself, and then flew home Monday. So I had really no time at all for sightseeing. But a couple of our coworkers flew in a day or two early and spent some time in Amsterdam. They've never been to see it.
in Amsterdam before, right?
Yes, I've been there before. I had the misfortune of spending New Year's Eve in Amsterdam.
We know.
But I also had the great fortune of having some really delicious street fries as well. Twice, in fact. Once I got with Yoppie sauce, and once I got with satay sauce. Delicious.
ウラップアッ
We also have
プ
something.
おー
There's a name for that, right? If you get that combination.
Yeah, order.
Okay,
So if we look over here,
Oh,
see
more.
those with the cool looking windows. That's a hotel. And that's where a couple of my coworkers stayed.
いくじゃ
afternoon lyric there.
はいじゃあ
Yes,
インディケーターダウン赤と確認
Twitter down, red
Right.
light confirmed.
回転数2500
2,500.
はいコックピットクローズ
Yes, the cockpit is
Electronics are
closed.
not cooperating.
座席位置戻し
Could have been worse. You could have spent New Year's Eve in Berlin.
When to return the
これ
seat.
何
Okay, I actually don't know. What's New Year's Eve in Berlin like? All I can tell you is
440 や
that New
つ
Year's Eve in Amsterdam
Ah.
was like living.
アルバトロス
The one with the number 44.
はあじゃあアムスの街でもちょっと見学いたしていきますか
Randomly shooting off fireworks in the middle of the people.
Shall we take a look around Amsterdam for a bit?
Shall we dance?
Yeah, it really is not fun. It sounds like
Shall we dance?
Amsterdam's a cool city, and
水は何
New
なん
Year's
だ
Eve is a
ろう
big party. That sounds like it's a good combination.
What kind of water is it in Shikoku?
I mean, it would have been fun if it's not so inherently dangerous, right? Every year people
明らかに
ending up
人
being
口の
deaf,
池な
losing
気
an
がする
eye,
けど
It clearly looks like an artificial pond.
And now actually there's a national. Next year will be interesting because there's a nationwide
Nishikyokai.
ban on fireworks.
Oh, no one's no.
Western
No,
Church.
so last year was the last 25 to 26 was the last year where you would be allowed to have
西教会あ
any
れ
kind
は
of fireworks basically. And now next
Nishi
year,
Association,
no
that
fireworks
is.
will be
西教会があれば東教会があ
I'd
る
like to see them enforce it. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think the
look,
public
Where
will
there is a
care
church,
about
there is
that.
an Eastern church.
No, on the other hand,
ミュージアムだ
a few years ago,
It's a museum.
ミュージアムを見学中
I'm currently visiting a museum.
次あれがこっちが
That.
ここもなんかこういい感じの建物が多いっすなこれが西教
There are a lot
会
of nice
か
looking buildings around here too.
To get from Schiphol to Lelystad. And I'm like
教会
recognizing
に
all
行
these
くのは
buildings.
教
Like, I
会
was just
なん
there
つ
like
って
5 days ago. I drove past it. Like,
通れそうだ
Going to
け
church
ど
is like
通れ
going
る
to
かどう
church,
かわ
you
からな
know.
いので今日はやめとこう
Yeah, especially that part.
Let's not do that.
there's lots of like this like triangles stacked on top of each other. I saw that one.
Yeah. Really buildings there.
Small part of the. But yeah, I drove by that like 6 times. So yeah.
Yeah.
I also recognize it.
It just goes to show you the quality of the photogrammetry.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is. I mean, if
街
I
の旗かな
look outside my
The town was warm.
IRL, it isn't that much different, right? Of course, it has some a bit more detail, but this is already like pretty light.
なんだろう
I wonder what it is.
これじゃん通れると思ったら当たり判
No,
定
no,
があって
Skeeter
通
is
れ
still
ない
in
や
chat, but we're gonna go see if we can find that McDonald's
A bridge that you think you can cross, but then you hit something and can't.
往生しますせ。
The one tall building. Yeah.
I will.
The whole maybe stuff.
Now, something we should notice coming up too, if I remember, definitely in real life we saw it. Hopefully it's reflected in the sim. There were so many wind turbines.
Yes.
Like
That
hundreds
is
of them.
reflected in the sim. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think Flevoland, which is the province you were in, is just basically, it's like a small island within the Netherlands, right? It's like mini Netherlands within the Netherlands. It's the newest province, and it's also the least.
マイクロソフト純正でもこうやって LOD が合ってるやつと合ってないやつはさ、何なんでしょう
At
な。
least some videos I saw, it was like most American.
Even with genuine Microsoft
yes, so
products,
the-
I
the
wonder what
Olympic
causes
balls,
the difference
the
between
cities,
those with
so they
correct
are
LOD,
relatively new
level
because
of
the land is
detail,
relatively
and those
new.
without.
So it's not the most, what do you call it? Cultural,
Architecturally
rich,
interesting, culturally
architecturally
rich. Yes.
rich part of the Netherlands. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When I was looking up Lelystad, when I was prepping to go, I was curious what it was like. That's
さあ次は最終レグですね。隊長よろしくお願いしま
I mean, the
す。
fact that you could just, you know,
This is the final leg of
create new
graduation.
land is just
Please take care of your health.
It is pretty wild. You also see it.
Peter, what's this that I'm flying over right here? This little circular island. That's clearly man-made. That's not a natural island.
It's I think it's called Pompus, which is a small island. I'm not 100% right. Almost certain that it is Pompus. And that's it. It's just a small island. I think it's an old.
I mean,
Wow.
here's all the wind turbines. You already
Wow.
This Pompus. It's an artificial island in the late 19th century. And it protects the entrance to the island, which is a bay, and the harbor of Amsterdam. So it was a battalion. So
エスコートが私だけになっちゃった。
the artillery. That's
あー
But yeah, we saw rows upon rows of wind turbines just like this as we were driving from Amsterdam to Lelystad.
is.
Oh yeah, look. Yeah, this is what I remember seeing here. See how there's just like rows and they go so far.
Yep. There are so many
And
windows.
hundreds of them, yeah.
Was it
Even for Dutch tenders.
almost like there's early blooms, but it's not in bloom yet. So I thought about going to the gardens, but yeah, they're not quite done yet.
Well, here's a story on the subject of tulips. This is a story that I really enjoy. So during World War II, it was Canadian soldiers that liberated, by and large, most of the Netherlands.
あれがゴール
Nazi
やろう
occupation.
か。
And every year,
シリスタット。
to thank Canada, the government of the Netherlands sends hundreds or thousands of tulips to Ottawa, our capital city, and Ottawa to this day every year hosts a tulip festival, courtesy of all the tulips that the Netherlands sends to Ottawa. I think that's a really fun international connection.
Oh, yeah. This lady stuff isn't scanned, the hotel is not there. Yeah, I already saw it right now that it's all autogen instead of photograph.
Well, maybe we can at least spot where it should have been, and see if we can see like the McDonald's in the parking lot.
ルトラグッド。
Do you guys hear yourself again? Do I repeat it?
Oh, you sound fine.
Okay. Because I can now open my screen.
レディスタットだった。
Yeah, we can keep it this way.
また。
So I think both of you, as we're landing into Lowestoft Airport, have the newer version of the hotels.
I guess. Maar I tested it, yeah.
Yeah, I want to fly over the museum site and we'll see the KLM 747 and a lot of the other aircraft that were on display.
Burger update 1. And it's just McDonald's and Burger King's.
Yeah, so imagine being like 10 hours on a plane and you want to have the local culture of food.
おお、
Hey, you know what? You could do like a
Sige, alright
$100
to.
hamburger update.
どころじゃないのかこれ。
That would be fun, actually.
I would really like that. Just all the like little cafes and stuff at the airport.
You know, they said it's the $200 hamburger now, but I think with current fuel prices, it might be the $300 hamburger.
Okay. Yeah.
線路かな。
Yeah, okay, look at this. Look at these rows of the wind turbines. And yeah, so we drove along this motorway, and so this is, we would see all of these, like hundreds of them.
So many there, even for Dutch standards.
Yeah. Dutch standards.
I mean, we love our wind turbines. Maybe start.
Yeah. All right, I've got the field in sight, and I can see what appears to be the KLM 747 right there. So this was the exhibit hall. This was the museum where we're sort of putting my mouth. This is where FSWeekend took place. And Peter, you've flown in real life to this airport before, right? In Cessna?
ゴールでございましょうか。そうっぽいですな。じゃあ
So
置
I
いていき
thought
ま
it
す
would be
か。
a really cool idea to fly 172 from Rotterdam to Lelystad and then attend every weekend and then fly back again.
Yeah.
Which it was.
How much did
How
that
was the
cost?
airspace though?
But the airspace itself was actually pretty. Was even because they were landing 27 at Schiphol, and because my was on the right side of Schiphol.
じゃあダウン。
People
Drop
that
it
the
down.
planes were like soaring overhead.
おお、ビル。
Watch out for wake turbulence.
でもこれで前は復旧しなかったが復旧しなくなったのかな。グラフィックドライブは
For sake, I'm gonna
ア
try
ッ
to
プ
find
デー
out
トがあ
what
った
hotel
んですよね。
If I recall, it should be like right here. Where the house is.
To the left of it.
青と
Yeah, 'cause I remember driving along this road and then turning in.
トラップインディケーター降りてる。
Just on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah, I think it's like this complex here.
座席上げ、
Oh
う
no,
わ、
no,
す
okay,
げ
here
え
it is.
ひでえ。
It's right there. There's it looks much shorter here, but there's
あ、
the
まだ
hotel.
向こうだ。
That's it. So in real life, this was like a 16-story building. So it looks like a sort of auto-jet flat 2 or 3 stories. And this is the McDonald's right there. That's the McDonald's we all went to across the parking lot from the hotel. There you go, Skeeter, if you're watching. That's the McDonald's. Maybe someone can clip that. Show it to Skeeter later.
重い。着陸できるけ？ちょっとほら。
We'll fly back out of the museum.
なかなか厳しいっすね。うわうわうわ、カクカクだ。頼む。 タッチダウンの時だけはフレームレート戻ってくれ。
The wind turbine is coming.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jade. I think there's like peace on screen. Like I would love to look out my window and see the spinning turbine. That'd be very relaxing.
Remember seeing one of the blades being
Yeah.
on a
And the
truck.
noise they're making. Yeah.
Just seeing one of the blades up close and personal shows how giant these things are. From a distance.
So here it is, though.
Big.
Here
Oh,
was,
yeah.
yeah. And this was the main parking lot, and the entrance you walked in right there. That was, yeah, that looks like it. Oh, better not crash.
This is a fantastic tour, and the pleasure of meeting Raul this past weekend who was scenery. And it was really lovely.
いやー、ゴール重い。
Yep, I'm on your field now.
タキシングできないぐらい重い。
CD, please fix that.
他の飛行機を見ないようにしたら大丈夫やろか。
You know, there is a Dutch restaurant that's like a 3-minute walk.
Try it. I wonder what they have there.
Well, let's pull up the menu here. Right.
あれなんだ？あ、アルバトロスか。
I should fly my plane first. We'll pull up the menu after I land.
You already got the menu out.
Yeah, I'll take the after drone.
Yeah. はい、着陸。面積オフ。
Alright, I'm turning on the file
Wait.
now.
電源系の
I'm gonna bounce
設
now.
計を
I guess
押
the
し
early
ましょう。
announcement for those in the beta is that we are releasing new beta build in the next few minutes. So I'm gonna go do that, but
Are they released those already?
Ah!
Mike?
フラポー
They
ルする
will
の
be as
忘
soon
れ
as
ちゃ
the
っ
build
た。
comes out.
しゃあない。
stand by
忘
for the
れ
next
て
few
しまっ
minutes.
たものは仕方がありませんね。
SU5 beta build.
Remember this little outlet tower, Suzu, where we were standing?
One second,
Remember that.
one short final.
Bye, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Yeah, too late. Yeah, I was gonna do it.
No, that's for my
just
stall horn
proceeded
for
to,
touching down.
I was like, okay, bye.
人がいっぱいよ。ムーンウォークしていたり、いろいろ。座ったまま透明飛行機にいる。
Uh-oh, my toe brakes aren't working. Uh-oh.
人もいらっしゃい
The
ま
rudder
す。
pedals are working fine, but the toe brakes aren't. Luckily, we have lots of runway here. Okay, Peter, what were you gonna show?
I was saying.
おお、引かれる。
I do remember. I have a photo of Jane standing right there on a like a playground structure.
This one.
Oh yeah, we went in that little observation tower,
Yeah.
and
Nice NDB
they had
structure.
live ATC radio you could listen to in there as well.
Yep. It's pretty fun. Here's the Boeing 747-100. PH Bravo Uniform Kilo.
重い。 おお、かっこいい飛行機がある。
There's also a Fokker 27. I don't remember.
I don't remember now.
Fokker 100. Yeah, another 27. Of course. There's the 27. It was
あ、固まっとる。帰ってこい。
actually with the same livery as the Infinity in the same time. And here's the old.
いやー、かっこいい飛行機ですよね。素晴らし
Oh
い。
yeah, the original terminal.
フラップを下ろし忘れているちょっとうっかりさんでございますけれどもね。
Okay, chat. Here's the Dutch restaurant near me. Peter, you wanted to see the menu?
Yep.
So we've got Dutch savory pannenkoeken. Did I say that right?
Pannenkoeken. Okay, pancakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Refrigeration with bratwurst. Bratwurst is it really
Dutch, yeah.
Sure. Burrito is also not Dutch, but sure. Bacon and stroop. Bacon, mushrooms and cheese. Okay, I guess, yeah, that works. Big pannenkoeken. Got cinnamon apples, bacon, onions and stroop. Hash pannenkoeken. Hawaiian.
Well, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So just basically a whole lot of pancakes, okay. Then sweet pancakes.
Yeah. Lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
But this is not right. Black Forest ham and cheese wrap. That doesn't sound Dutch at all.
Black Forest ham. No, that's German.
Yeah. Traditional breakfast. Big breakfast. How do you say this, Peter, in Dutch?
Yeah, your stream.
Oh yeah.
尖ってますな、結構。この人 尖ったやつですね。
So that's big breakfast. Yeah, yeah. So big is groot and breakfast is ontbijt.
Yeah.
クリア。これ素敵だよな。お、なんかガラスかなのか、網戸なのか。中が見えるのがちょっと
I always try to get inspired by our fly-in
エ
and
ッ
then
チだ
eat
けど。
some of the local cuisine for lunch. But anyways, chat, this brings us to the end. Welcome to Lillestad, where Peter, myself, Jane, we're all here in real life less than a week ago for FS Weekend 2026 at this very location where we're standing right now. And several of you in the chat as well. Peter, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I find it really fun. I love the city update 14. And yeah, but it was really fun to hang out with you guys. I always have a great time with you, and I hope to see you guys really soon again.
Yeah, well, and once again, thank you for all your help at the event.
No worries.
Couldn't have asked for more. In fact, we told you to stop helping, and you wouldn't listen to us. Kept helping anyways. Yeah. Anyways, chat, nice to be back after a 1-week hiatus. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place for Flying Friday. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Maybe go see Project Hail Mary. Apparently, it's getting really good reviews. You know, I might want to talk about it next week, maybe, if I go see it. I don't want to spoil for people who haven't seen it yet, so you should go see it. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye.
ありがとうございました。また来週お願いします。いやー、今日も楽しかったですな。フラップ出しっぱなしでちょっとうっかりさんでございました。失敗。やはりちょっともうちょっと手順をきっちりしないといけませんね。はい、ということで Thanks for watching. Good night or have a nice day. 遊んでくださった世界80億のフライトシミュレーターファンの皆さん、ありがとうございました。見に来てくださった皆さんもどうもありがとうございました。ということで、週末始まりますね。楽しい週末を過ごしていきましょう。いやー、週末最高。じゃあ、失礼します。失礼しまうまー。